Good morning, good afternoon, good evening from wherever you are in the world. My name is Jessica, and this is going to be one hell of a TBR. So how my TBR is going to work this month is I'm going to do it into the different readathons. So obviously I've got SCAREathon. I have in my hot little hands here my entire SCAREathon TBR. And all the books that you see in these upcoming TBR videos are going to fit onto my SCAREathon TBR. So they will be in there somewhere. I'm not going to tell you where. But this video is dedicated to Spookopolathon, which is hosted by Becca in the Books. If you haven't checked her out, go and check her out. She's the most beautiful human, and the fact that she's doing Spookopolathon again is incredible. I never got to participate in it last year, and so I was really excited for it to happen again this year. I feel very lucky, and so we're going to build our TBR together. So let's get started. So here you see the Spookopolathon board here. There are 16 chants, prompts, and 16 community chest prompts, which are somewhere. There we go. So we're going to start at go, and the idea is to roll a double dice roller. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Now, if we get doubles, then we have to add a roll. And so I'm going to build this TBR based on what Becca usually does, which is 5 rolls. And we will go from there. So roll number 1 is a 5. So starting from go, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which is pumpkin carving. And that is to read a book with a face on the cover. Could be any kind of face, doesn't have to be human, could be animal, just has to be a face on the cover. And actually, I see a book right now that would work perfectly for that. When we talk about books, I will come back once I've done all the rolls. Roll number 2 is a double. A double for roll number 2, and that is an 8, a double 4. So let me just move. So we're now doing 6 rolls. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8, and that is a Jason spot. And let me just have a look. So for Jason, I need to read a book with 13 letters in the title. Oh, this will be really interesting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. No, that didn't work. 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13. I got one that works. I got one that works. It was like the second book that I tried. Okay, perfect. Okay. What is this? This is going to be roll number 3. That is a 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, which is to feed scroll. Now this one I'm going to pop in a little bit later when we talk about books, because I'll have to record my screen for that one. Becca recommended Goodreads, but you can also use Instagram, any kind of social media that you use and features books a lot of. And essentially the first one that you come across that you have on your TBR, your own TBR, or I guess if I can get it at the library as well, that will be the book that I read for that one. Roll number 4 is a 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Grady Hendrix. So this is to read a book that has some kind of humorous aspect to it. Now, I can either do that or I can read a Grady Hendrix book, but read a book with a humorous aspect to it. I will have to come back to you on that one because I do not have a book with a humorous aspect to it just yet. But that is okay. What roll are we? 1, 2, 3, 4. So roll number 5 is another 7. Lucky I don't have to double on the double. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That is. So that prompt is to read something that's either bloody or gory or like a true crime. Is very open to interpretation, this one. I do have a book. Actually, I have a couple of books in mind for this. So yeah, that could be an interesting one. So I believe this is roll number 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, this is roll number 6. So this is our final roll, and that is a number 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. What is that? Most recent purchase. Okay. Perfect. So I will come back to you in a moment with my books for Spookopolathon. So I'm just going to add in here the social media feed scroll thing. Now I'm going to record my screen. And I'm going to try first with Instagram, and if we have no luck, I'm gonna try with Goodreads. So starting off, we have Intermezzo. No, I do not have that. That was quick. Okay, The Secret History, Donna's Heart is on my TBR. I also own it. Yes, yes. The Secret History, Donna's Heart. Okay, so welcome back to my bookshelf. We're just going to get straight into this. So the first roll we got was a 5, I believe, and that was for the pumpkin patch. And that was to read a book with a face on the cover. And now the first one that I thought of was Painted by Kirsten McKenzie. And this is essentially about an art appraiser that goes to this estate and does not take care of the art properly, and so in doing so releases a spirit who is very intent on not going back into the painting. So that is what I'm going to choose for that. There are other options I could choose. Just looking here at some other options, I've got The Kitchen Boy. I've already reread this year, so I won't be doing that. But this, guys, if you get your hands on this book, this is a fantastic book. Just saying. I've also got The Butcher, which has faces over here. But I think I'm going to go for Painted for this one. Now, the next prompt that we got was Jason, and that was to read a book with 13 letters in the title. And for this one, I was very, very excited when I looked at my TBR and I saw this. For this one, I'm going to be reading House of Leaves by Mark Z. Danielewski. That's what we're going to go for. And this book scares the shit out of me. Both in the fact that I think it's going to be really creepy, and also it's heavy. It is dense, and of all the reviews that I've seen, everybody has said that it is an incredibly dense book, and you've got to look through appendices and stuff like that to understand what's going on. And so, yeah, I'm very scared, but I'm very, holy shit. No, don't read too much, or I'm going to talk myself out of it. Right. So for the next pick, we got that was to do the Instagram or the feed scroll, and for that one, the first book that came up that I saw was The Secret History by Donna Tartt. Now, I do not have the pretty version of this. I have the Penguin Books edition of this, but that is fine. Very excited to delve into this one. I have heard that this is essentially the masterpiece, or like the blueprint of dark academia. And dark academia is not a genre I have delved into very much of, so it will be very interesting to read this. It is also quite a chunky book. It looks like it's 629 pages, so yeah, it's a chunky boy. Now, the next prompt that we got was Grady Hendrix, and that was to read a book with some kind of humorous element to it. And the book that I'm going to choose, I'm going to pop it up here, that is Will My Cat Eat My Eyeballs? This one I'm quite interested to read. I think it's going to be quite morbid in the fact that it talks a lot about death and like processes and what happens when people, I think, and animals die. But I've heard that she goes about it in a very humorous and very approachable manner. So it's not, the whole process is not so scary. So that's really interesting. The next prompt that we got was Stabby. And that was to read something that you think could be quite gruesome, or maybe is a true crime or something like that. And the one that sticks out to me is The Butcher by Philip Kahlo. This is a true crime. I also think this is going to be very gruesome. It essentially talks about a hitman for the mafia. So, yeah, that could be something. It could be something. And so for our final pick, we got, that was for our most recent purchase, and that to me was The Ballad of Songbird and Snakes by Suzanne Collins. And this is the, I guess, prequel but final book in the quadrilogy for the Hunger Games. And I really enjoyed the Hunger Games series. I really loved it, and I would love to get a copy of the Hunger Games where like they're all the same covers, because I didn't have the same covers. So yeah, I'm really interested to learn a bit more about Snow and what he was like when he was younger, and maybe why he was such an ass. So these are my picks for Spookopolathon. I am so excited. I'm so pumped to be able to participate in that. We have House of Leaves, Painted, The Butcher, Ballad of Songbird and Snakes. I'm sorry, you can't see that very well. And The Secret History. And also, Will My Cat Eat My Eyeballs? And with that, I am going to sign off. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you are participating in Spookopolathon. If you are, what is your TBR for the month? Let me know in the comments below, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.